Good morning. Happy Friday. Happy holidays. Happy solstice day. Happy shortest day of the year and almost happy full moon. So it's going to be a powerful weekend with all the solstice energy and full moon energy and holiday energy. I know I am full of a lot of the holiday energy. I've had a very full couple of months doing a lot of traveling right in a row, creating cool things in my business, which has been really fun and exciting. I love it, love it, love it. And I'm ready for some downtime. I'm ready for some rest. How about you? So, welcome to our show today. This is the Joyful Business planning show, the live show, and I've been broadcasting this show for 2 weeks now, every day at 9:30 Eastern, and it's been really fun to be able to talk to you and share with you different things about creating your own joyful business plan and how to have a more successful year. So, welcome to everybody who's joining us this morning. I'm so glad that you're here. If you have any questions about creating a joyful business plan, or the actual Joyful Business Plan, please don't hesitate to put those down below in the comments, and I'll be happy to answer them. Just want to give you a little preview of what we're talking about. This is the planning system that I've created. I've been working on this for probably the last 15 of 18 years that I've been in business. I've been working different formats of this with my clients. And last year I came out with a really good version. This year I've updated it even more and added some cool tools to the Joyful Business Plan. So today I'm going to be talking about how to keep your business plan alive. So this is something I'm really passionate about, is not just creating a plan for one time, but creating a plan so that you can not just do it in January or December, but then you use it throughout the year. Like, it becomes a living business plan. It becomes a guide for your entire year that you refer back to. So we're going to talk about how to do that. The Joyful Business Plan, this is what it looks like. These are printable sheets, and I love these because these sheets you can customize and use them over and over again. You can print as many as you want. Hey Barb, so glad you're here. It's good to see you. Happy holidays to you. I'm so glad you loved the movie last night. I got your email. I had recommended a movie to Barb, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. If you're looking for a good end of the year, beginning of the year movie, that one is really inspiring about following your passion. So it's a good movie. Hi, Gina. So glad to see you. I haven't seen you in a while, so welcome, welcome. We're talking about the Joyful Business Plan. I created this from all my years with clients, and what works, what doesn't work, and what works for me. So I like to create things that work for me because then I know they'll work for my clients too. So the Joyful Business Plan is this. Hey, Leslie, welcome. We got a nice group coming on this morning. I'm so glad you guys are here. We're just getting ready to dive in, and we're talking about your Joyful Business Plan and how to keep it alive, how to keep your plan alive all year long, not just do it one time and get all excited about it and then leave it on a shelf somewhere and it gets buried underneath everything, but how to keep it alive. So we're talking about the idea of a Joyful Business Plan. This is the one that I created. You can go to joyfulbusinessplan.com. Today's a good day to go because it's only $97 and the price goes up tomorrow. So this is a good day to get your plan. It's really I did business plans for years in corporate. Literally have contributed to thousands of business plans, marketing plans, presentations about the plans, planning the plans. It was crazy time of year when we do the plans. And it was not fun and it was stressful. But the plan that you need is something you want to use and something that is going to be personal to you. You don't need to present it to a bunch of owners. You're not presenting it for a bank loan. Most of us aren't doing that. And so you want to create something that really is infused with your energy, and it's fun, and it's an outlet for you. It becomes part of your creative expression for how to express what it is you want to create in your business. So that's what we do with the Joyful Business Plan. There's 26 different tools in here that are really fun and easy to fill out. They're mind map-ish, they're creative, they have lots of spots for you to fill out. Over the last 2 weeks, I've been going through all the different tools. So we've talked about everything from, first of all, I started off talking about the difference between creating a plan, a business plan, and a planner. And with this, you actually get both. You get a plan that you're going to create for the year, and you get planner tools that you can use throughout the year so that you're keeping it alive, which is what we're talking about today. But over the last 2 weeks, I've talked about everything from your celebrations, which I just want to point you to that one because that is just the best thing to do right now. You get a celebration mind map like this, where you can fill in your celebrations, your milestones, your successes. Mine's starting to look like this, and I haven't even captured my year. What happens is when you do this ritual, you start filling it out, and you come up with a few things, and then you're like, oh yeah, and I forgot about that, and I forgot about that. Oh yeah, and I got a new car last New Year's Eve, and I got, I moved, and there's all these things that you've done personally, professionally, things that you've done, what you were doing, and also who you were being. And this is just a really cool, powerful tool to capture that. So we've talked about how to start from the beginning with that, going all the way through to creating your new year, getting clear about your mentors, people who reflect parts of you, your beautiful genius. I know you can't see these super well. We've talked about your magnetic specialty niche. I'm just trying to give you a flavor of what this is about. So this is just such a great time to go in and reflect on your business. We also talked about how you can take inventory. This is what you do with some of these mind maps, is you take inventory of your current products, programs, services, and look at what's working, right? Just like a retailer does. They take inventory at the end of the year or usually in January. You want to do that too and say what's working, what's not working, where's my energy flowing, what am I excited about, not so much, and changes that you want to make. And then you look at, what do you want to do new for 2019? And it doesn't have to be a ton of things, because lots of times you're just adding a couple of things to the mix to round it out. And then you want to pick your priorities. And we have these cool focus first blocks. Where are you going to focus on first? And then you do the same thing with your marketing strategies. And so you go through, and this is how the whole planning process works. Then you go through, take an inventory of what you're currently doing with your marketing strategies, what's working, what's not working, what needs to be pumped up a little more. Maybe you could, if you have speaking, you might want to do more speaking. You might want bigger stages, for example. And I go through a lot of those examples in the Facebook live videos over the last 2 weeks. So then you do that, then you brainstorm your new marketing ideas, and then all of this comes together. We talk about a beacon marketing strategy. We talked about that Tuesday or Wednesday, I think. And that's incredibly important. That's a big push for what it is that I do. And talk about with all my clients is how to create one big marketing strategy that is your main go-to thing, that is like a beacon, a lighthouse beacon that shines out there consistently. But you put all your big projects then, what you're going to focus on first on your yearly big project planner. And that's where you start. So you see, you get into the particular, you do the big visioning, then you get into the particulars, and then you go back to putting it on the big calendar. And then from there, you go to, let me show you that. We do a 90-day version. So you take that big calendar and pull it into, what am I going to do for the next 90 days? And then you pull it into this daily action planner, which is looking at my 90-day plan. What am I going to do this week? And what am I going to do today and tomorrow? And so it really becomes this a business plan that is very much alive. So you can find out more about the Joyful Business Plan at joyfulbusinessplan.com. If any of you have comments, I know some of you are have the Joyful Business Plan, have been working with it for a few years. Please write down what it is you love about it. If you hear me talking about something today, then please, that you really like, please make a note about that. One of the things with the Joyful Business Plan, I'm just kind of sorting my notes here, is that it is made so that, let me just kind of go to an example, like your daily action planner, it's made so you can print off multiple copies. And then you can 3-hole punch them, or you can use the disc. You guys all know that I love my disc journals. You can put them in your disc journals. You can take them out. What a lot of planners that I've tried out, and I've tried out tons, they're all bound up, right? And then you're carrying around a whole year's worth of stuff, and you don't really need that. You don't need to carry it with you. Or you scribble on stuff and it gets really messy and you want a fresh sheet, right? And you can't do that with a lot of bound journals and bound planners. So this is so great because you can just add things to it. And then you can use them in the order that you want. So you can create your plan or really customize it for what works for you. And the business plan, each of these tools is you can print them off. And then I also share a short video with each one, how you go through it. They give you lots of ideas for how you can use it. And then we have a really active Facebook group where people start, as they're doing their plans, they start putting pictures in, and they start showing how they're using their planner and all the different tools. So so you want to go take a look at that. So today I want to talk about how do you keep the plan alive? This is the last show for the season, and I'm really passionate about the idea of you don't want to just create a plan one time and forget it. You want to actually create the plan and then be able to bring it with you. You can tell I'm a big planner aficionado. I have my plan, and then I have my daily planner that I keep all my notes in and my active projects and stuff like that. The way to do that is to, schedule planning dates with yourself. I call them creative dates, creative planning dates. So you have your yearly time where you're doing it. So you do yearly. And then each quarter, you want to have some planning time. So with the Joyful Business Plan, we have another virtual planning day in January. So you get to come to that if that works for you, January 11th. And then we all over the world, we're planning and working on our Joyful Business Plans together, which is really powerful to have that accountability. But then you want to keep it alive after that. And so every quarter, you want to make a date with yourself and bring out your plan and update it. Because the idea I think a lot of people get nervous about creating a plan because they're afraid that it's like pass or fail, that it's, if they don't do it, then somehow they suck, right? You're gonna be a bad person because you didn't do exactly what you said you were gonna do in March. When in fact, it's there to give you it's there to be a guide, okay? It's, but once you get in it, it's just like planning a trip, right? You gotta make plans to get to Bali or wherever you're going. But as you go along, then you're going to have to kind of work with it. If you get delayed, you got to work with that. If you get there faster, you got to work with that. So you want to have that kind of approach. So you want to do a yearly planning. You want to do some quarterly planning. And then I like to incorporate it every week. So every week on Monday morning, I fill out a daily action planner. Sometimes I do it in my office, but a lot of times I'll go out to a cafe and do a little creative cafe time. And I'll read something inspirational, I'll write in my journal, and then I pull out my plan and I say, okay, where am I for the week? What am I going to focus on? What are the big priorities? And then which days am I going to focus on which projects? And this is really nice to be able to have it at a glance because you can, like on Monday, you don't have to feel this pressure to get everything done because you know that on Friday you've got a bulk of time, some hours where you can put in some projects and actually work on them. So that's how you keep it alive, is keeping that plan with you, bringing it out on your weekly planning dates with yourself. And I make it part of my daily routine. I mean, every morning, this is my go-to place. I go to the daily action planner and I say, okay, what needs to be done? What's on deadline? We all work with good deadlines. Not only what is on deadline, but also those projects, those big projects that I wanted to create, I put them on here because I'm moving them forward in my planner. So I don't just create some great ideas like one day I want to do a book or create a podcast or create that new program, and then you never get to it. So this is a way of bringing everything forward so that you actually can keep those projects alive. A couple other ideas that I have that I want to share with you about the keeping your business plan alive. And please give me some love. Let me know that you're listening to this and that you love what you're hearing. If you have some ideas or how you do it, please share. So I'd love to get interaction. Or if you want to just share this video with your list, your community, you can do that as well. So once you create your plan, you want to share your plan with people who are going to help support it. So you want to share your plan with team members. So if you have a virtual assistant or you have a partner or a collaborator, then you might want to share some of that plan with them. You don't have to share the whole thing, but you want to share parts of them, like that big calendar would be great to share with your virtual assistant. And then that way they can help hold it, keep it alive for you. So, and then they also know what's coming. So they can kind of plan and say, oh yeah, aren't you launching that podcast in March? So, they can help support those dreams and goals. You also want to share this with your champions. I like to call them your champions. You want to really surround yourself with dream believers, not dream downers, right? So there's people like the people who are coming on here, I know that you are dream believers, right? That you help support other people's dreams. And we love to do that. So you want to find your people that you can share your plan with, share your goals with. I actually have a Facebook group with some colleagues. We've been in business about the same amount of time, and we share our goals with each other. And it's so nice to be able to hold that for each other. You might want to join a mastermind group or create a mastermind group and be able to bring your business plan and say, look, this is what I want to create. You can brainstorm with trusted colleagues. You can also share it, this comes with a caveat, you can share it with trusted is very important, trusted friends and family. So not all your friends and family are going to get this, right? They're not going to get your big dreams. They may not get an online business, and they might not get your income goals and things like that. And so, you want to make sure that who you're sharing with is a champion, that they really are there for you, and they're not just, they're not going to come and be a dream downer, right? So you want to be really careful with that. You want to also make sure you share this with your coach. So don't just do your plan and then you go to your coach and it's kind of separate. Bring your joyful business plan to your coach. And it's, I find I have coaches, I've had coaches for 22 years, ever since I was in corporate and hired my first career coach to help me figure out what I wanted to do. And I've had all different kinds of coaches. I have 2 coaches now, and I'm in a personal development program. So I take this as a really big priority. I hire different people to help me who have the expertise and experience and where I am at the moment. So different coaches for different reasons. Sometimes it's more spiritual. The personal growth one is more about living my great story, and emotional mastery and ego mastery. It's a really deep work that I'm doing personally. And then I have 2 coaches who are like affiliate experts and really successful online goddesses is what I'll call them. And so I'm working with them to expand the Center for Joyful Business. And at different times I've worked with money coaches, product coaches, spiritual coaches, creativity coaches. So it really depends on what it is that you want to expand and who you're really resonating with. So long way of saying, you can tell I'm really passionate about working with coaches. I just think it makes it so much more fun, so much more easier. And you have someone to share your plan with, right? So someone to share all this stuff with so that you're not trying to do it alone. I think it is so hard to wake up in the morning, and I hear this from a lot of clients. Wake up in the morning, they're like, what do I do? Or on a Monday morning after you've had the whole weekend and you're kind of disconnected from your business, and then they're not sure what to do. And so when you have this plan that you're living from, constantly coming back to, then it keeps it alive. Now, this is not to say, I just want to be really clear, this is not to say that you're boxed in, that this is going to be this structure that's really a heavy, thick structure where you must work the plan, because that doesn't work for us. We are creative, we're intuitive. And the reality is that you're going to make plans, and then you're going to start putting it out there. And then these opportunities are going to come to you that you didn't even plan for, that you might not have connected with if you hadn't started working your plan. But there's going to be opportunities, people, speaking opportunities, collaborations that you hadn't even planned for. So your plan is going to change. And that is okay. I think a lot of people just think they got to create a plan and stick to it constantly. Yes, you want to have the focus, but you also want to know and really trust yourself when you need to veer from the plan, because there's a really great opportunity, or life dished up something you didn't expect. Sometimes there's things that happen that good, bad, or otherwise, that takes us on a different path. But when you're working with your plan every year, you're not going to just go back to it and say, oh, I didn't do that again. The stuff that I did put in that plan, you're going to go back and say, yeah, we're adjusting, we're fluid, we're flowing, we're working with it. All right, let me see what else I want to share with you. I think that is just about it. So I'd love for you to go check out the Joyful Business Plan if you don't have it. I know a lot of you who are watching do have the Joyful Business Plan. If you are interested, you can go to joyfulbusinessplan.com. And again, I just love the flexibility of being able to tear off these sheets, bring out a new one, customize your plan, and be able to use this throughout the year. And plus you get the training videos that show you ideas for how to do that. All right, if you think this is something that your community might be interested in, kind of the people who are in your tribe, and you'd love to share the Joyful Business Plan with them, just let me know. I have a great affiliate program where you make 40%. And so we have some wonderful people who it's so cool, they're sharing it today and the last day to get the Super Saver rate. And so it's a great way to make a little extra income. And we're coming out with a lot of cool new products about Joyful Business in 2019. So if that's something that interests you in creating a affiliate revenue stream, then just put a message below or email me or message me and we can talk about it, and I'll send you the link to get signed up. All right. Thank you to everybody who's been watching the Joyful Business Planning live show over the last 2 weeks. It's been really fun to share all things Joyful Business Plans with you, and to share all these creative approaches to creating a plan that you'll use throughout the year for more success. So so great to see you guys this morning. I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful holiday, that you get lots of rest, that you have lots of great connection. May you be filled with joy and abundance and lots of inspiration. Thank you for all the hearts. Yes. So wishing you all the best. All right. Bye, everybody.